Okay, so right now we are working on numerical expressions, and they look a lot like this. They have many different operations in them. And so one would think that we start and we just solve this way. No, we don't. We have an order. We use this strategy Kim does, okay? And each stands for something. And my friends here are going to help me by singing what they stand for. So you ready, guys?
Mm-hmm.
P stands for?
Parentheses, parentheses, parentheses.
So we solve our parentheses first. And then next we go to our E. E stands for?
Exponents, exponents. We don't have exponents.
But like they said, we don't have exponents. Exponents look something like that. And we don't do that in 5th grade. So we're not even going to worry about that. Okay, then we go, after we solve our parentheses, and we know that we don't have exponents, we go to the M and the D, which stands for
multiply and divide from side to side.
Okay, sometimes multiplication and division occur at the same time. We would do whichever came first, from side to side, from left to right. Okay, and then we would go to our A and our S, which stands for
addition and subtraction
from side to
side.
Okay, so that got a little messy, but it's the same thing. Addition and subtraction from side to side, okay? Same thing. So let's start right here with this equation. We are going to start with, who knows? The what?
Parentheses.
Parentheses, because that was our first one. So we're going to go 15 plus 3, okay? And that gives us 18. Once you solve this, it's a good thing to mark it out.
To make it easier.
It makes it easier. Mark it out. We've already solved that. Then we're going to bring down the rest of the equation, which is 14 divided by 2. Guys, does that mean that I'm just going to solve this way?
No, ma'am.
No, we got to go over here. Let's go back over here. We already solved our parentheses.
This is how we're going to cross that out.
Do we have exponents?
No.
We don't use exponents.
So we don't have exponents. So the next thing we're going to do is
Multiply and divide.
uh-oh, we got, which one do we have? Do we have multiplication?
No, we have division.
We have
Okay.
division.
Okay, so 14 divided by 2 will give me 7. So what do I do after I solve that?
What you do is, you bring the 14 down and
You're 14 and
Well,
subtract.
we've already solved this. 14 divided by 2. So I want to mark it out. Mark it out. Now we can bring down, because we have 18 minus 7. Okay? Now I'm at the end and I can now solve. So this would be 11. Okay?
Yay.
So we're going to start over with a new problem. Okay? 6 times 3 plus 9 minus 5. Once again, I have my PEMDAS over here. We start with our parentheses. So 3 plus 9 is going to be 12.
and this is our parentheses.
Okay, that's our parentheses. And I'm going to mark it out. Good. I'm going to bring everything down. 6 times 12 minus 5. Okay? And I'm going to go back over here. Don't have exponents.
So we don't do it.
Uh-oh, but we're here. Multiplication and divide. Do I have any of those in here?
Yes, you have
You have
multiplication.
Okay, so we're going to do this. 6 times 12, which gives me 72. I'm going to mark this out. I've already solved it. Now we have 72 minus 5. Okay? So that's going to give me 67 as a final answer. It's just that simple. Okay? Now, sometimes we have times where division and multiplication happen at the exact same time. Okay? We still solve our parentheses first. Start with the parentheses. 3 times 2 equals 6. Bring everything down once again. And as you can see, they're happening at the exact same time. That does not mean that we're going to do the multiplication first. No. When they happen at the same time, we go from side to side. So we would go 30 divided by 6, which would give us 5. And then we bring this down, and this would end up being 40. Okay, so the answer to that is 40. One thing that we learned today, kids are really familiar with that, but one thing that we learned today that was a little bit harder was brackets. Brackets come into the equation, and it looks like 20 divided by, in a bracket, 20 divided by 5, baby, you need to pay attention, minus 3, bracket, minus, times 5 minus 2. Now, when we have brackets, we make sure that we solve everything in the brackets before we move. Everything in here has to be solved. Of course, we start with our parentheses first. So 5 minus 3 is 2. But we're not done. We're still in those brackets. Bring the 20 down, divided by 2. Okay, still in the brackets. Solve everything. 20 divided by 2 is 10. We're done. We figured out that whole thing right there. Okay, so we're just going to bring the rest of this down, times 5 minus 2. Okay, and we're going to go in the same way. We already did brackets and parentheses. We don't have exponents. We're going to multiplication. Okay, so multiplication is here. 10 times 5, 50. Mark it out. You have minus 2 left. 50 minus 2 equals 48. And that's how you solve numerical expressions. So hopefully you play that song in your head over and over again, as annoying as it is, and get it down.
Corny.
It's not that corny. Okay. All right. That's it. Have a good night.